Hi whānau, I'm going to try this again. The topic is up, common law versus registered trademarks. I wanted to explain the difference because there's a big difference. We'll talk about the unregistered trademark first, which is the common law trademark. And it gives you automatic protection if you've got it in actual use in commerce, even without registration. So there's no formal registration for common law trademark. You get local protection, not national protection. It's limited geographically to your area where the mark is used. It's easier to establish because pretty much set up a business, put a little TM sign up, and everybody knows that you own it. So it is easier to establish, no need to meet formal registrations. Unfair competition rights is probably the only thing I need to explain. Unfair competition rights and passing off, which are legal rights that can be taken against those who misrepresent your name or your brand. So you're limited to the statutory rights that you have behind a common law trademark. States offer limited protections. It's harder to enforce a common law trademark, especially in court, and there's no automatic presumption of ownership. So your common law trademark doesn't give you as much protection as what a registered trademark does, for X amount of reasons. Let's go into the reasons. One is exclusive rights. So nobody other than whoever owns your trademark has exclusive rights to use that trademark. And it's no longer presumed to be you, because once we trademark our names, we put them in the irrevocable trust. And so the presumption is the trust owns the trademark. Everything attached to that legal name no longer belongs to me. And I mean everything. So it gives you nationwide protection, and it's enforceable, rights against the entire country. You also have public notices. Registration appears in trademark databases, warning others of your ownership of that name. And there is a legal presumption of ownership. So that's why you give it to the trust, so it's no longer you. At the moment, the presumption is you, that you own it. And because they presume that you own it, you get the fines, you get the summons, you get the bills, you get whatever is attached to that legal name. So it's better to give it to the irrevocable trust, because they can't own any debts, that no debts or anything transfer with the name, just the right to use the name, which is why it's exclusive right. So the new owner, being that irrevocable trust, will have a trustee. And the trustee is a person who actions and moves whenever there's an infringement on your name. They will give a warning, which is cease and desist. They will give them a settlement offer, and if they're in their right mind, they'll take the settlement offer, because what comes next is arbitration. And just because they stop using your mark doesn't mean that you stop arbitration. But we don't want to cut the heads off of everybody. There are certain people that we want to take to arbitration, no matter whether they stop or not. And I think you know out there who that would be. So if you have already used somebody else's mark, and their mark is trademark, then, yeah, some stiff penalties are going to come your way. And this is the power of trademarking a name. This is why you get brands like Nike and Coca-Cola out there. If somebody imposes or infringes on their trademark, you're going to end up in court. It's the same. We're using the same strategies that they use, except in reverse. So I like the thought of the irrevocable trust owning the name. There's more power in the irrevocable trust owning the name. You can no longer assume it's me. You can no longer send me any bills or penalties. I don't want them. I'm quite happy in the structure that we've set up, where you get arbitration if you think that you're going to use my name, my baby's names, it could be your hubby's names, without our permission. So maybe look up trademarking. Know that you can come on to one of our programs. We do cater to global smooth operators, which is UK, Australia, and US. And of course, we've got our New Zealand group. So if you want to learn more, reach out, tap on my PM, and I'll be happy to direct you to the group. where you'll get professionally trained. It's not about giving you templates and hoping that you figure it out. It's about giving you templates, taking you through that knowledge until you all have the proficiency to know what it is you're doing out there. I like that, and I like giving that sort of knowledge on to others so that they can empower themselves. Peace out, whānau.